Hi everyone, good afternoon to all of you and thanks for tuning in. We hope you're adapting well to this new normal and more importantly, staying innovative as well. Welcome to the opening of Star Media Group's PR Comm 4.0. I am Myra from Star Media Group's Rage team and I'm your host for this 3-day live virtual seminar. On behalf of Star Media Group, I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you who are watching this program right now in WebEx, on StarBiz Facebook, and the Star YouTube. I also like to give a special mention to our sponsor and partners for making this program a reality. This 3-day virtual seminar is sponsored by our platinum partners, Google, and produced by our amazing partners, eLearning Minds, and we're also live on Cisco WebEx. So, what are we doing here today? In a digital era where information is available with just a tap of the finger, communication has become something vital for every company. At the rate of how something could go viral in an instant, including the half-truths and fake news, it is imperative for you to be more equipped with the necessary knowledge and skills to thrive along with this ever-evolving media landscape. We are honored and privileged with the kind support given in curating this exclusive program for you. Throughout these 3 days, you will learn and gain valuable insights from some of the market-leading communications, media, digital gurus on managing brand reputation more effectively in our digital age. Ladies and gentlemen, PR Comm 4.0 will take on hot and spicy topics. We have 2 sub-themes on day 2, which is tomorrow, which are mastering the new art of reputation management and digital hype, a brand booster or buster. And there are also 2 very exciting panel sessions on day 2, where experienced journalists and communication practitioners will address journalism, credibility, and roles in a post-truth era. Now that is something that I'm really interested in because it's the first time that I've heard communications and journalists coming together to talk about the same issue. And the dilemma of being politically correct versus ethically right. So that is going to be our second panel session, and that's going to be a really button fire topic. And on day 3's program is an exclusive bonus. You will be able to elevate your media awareness and also learn about nonverbal communication. To learn more about the program, you can scan the QR code on the top right of your screen or go to bit.ly/starprcom. That is bit.ly/starprcom. Now, before we continue, let's go into some housekeeping. As everyone dials into this session through different internet bandwidths and devices, you may or may not experience minor technical glitches. So please be patient if there are any. For WebEx participants, your microphone and your video cam are turned off by default, but you can still chat with the events crew directly if you need any assistance, or you can email us at events@thestar.com.my. And since this is an opening session, there will be no Q&A, so write those notes down and then make sure that you bring them on the second and third day. Lastly, and more importantly, please learn and enjoy. So, moving on to today's opening statement, right? We have our best opening keynote speaker. I am so happy to be in the presence of this wonderful person. She's the first Malaysian woman elected to the World's Editors Forum Advisory Board. And she joined Star Media Group as a news reporter in June 1992. She was then made news editor in 2010, co-leading the main desk of the editorial department before being made Sunday Star editor 5 years later. She was promoted to executive editor in 2017 before being made Star Media Group's first ever chief content officer in June 2018, taking charge of the group's content in print, digital, video, and on social media platforms. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited to announce our opening keynote speaker, Esther Ng. This one, right? Okay.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us today. I'd like to welcome all of you and our esteemed speakers who will be sharing with us their insight into managing brand reputation in the digital age. Today, let me formally welcome Mark Wu, the country head of Google Malaysia, who will be speaking right after this. Welcome, Mark. This topic of discussion is apt, especially in the digital age we are in, where if we do not adapt fast enough, we will be left far behind. And practitioners, whether in a media setting or otherwise, have come to realize that being traditional and traditional alone does not cut it anymore. We have long reached a stage where we have found ourselves learning new tricks and sometimes having to unlearn some old tricks to survive in the new world order. And this new world order is not politically, geographically, or even socially segmented. The digital age has been a new way of life for most of us. It has redefined the way we communicate with speed and innovation like we could not imagine not too far off in the past. Leaders and practitioners need to equip and update themselves with the latest know-how and skills to be a player in the ever-evolving media landscape. The tools are out there. Our job is to get comfortable using them. Here we learn the essential tools directly from industry experts to manage brand reputation more effectively with the new tools, methods, and most importantly, strategy. Star Media Group started as a traditional media, all print and nothing else. We were the first to take a dip into the online world via the Star Online, then TV. And with the advent of social media, the face of news platforms has changed drastically. Breaking news reaches audiences live as it unfolds, and storytelling by media practitioners has taken on an added and different approach via social media, which is even faster than ever before, more visual-driven and visually stunning, more interactive, and of course, more digital. The inclusion of data in storytelling is now necessary. This means the application of statistics told in an interactive manner. Brands are going through the same process. They too are making waves using the same tools, and they are reaching their target audience faster than ever. But social media and other digital tools cut both ways. It helps you to reach your target audience in a flash, but gets negative news out there just as fast. Building a brand takes years of careful planning, but in the digital age, it takes just seconds to destroy it. A viral post on social media, for example, may cost brands millions in ringgit in damage control, but damage should cost more than just money. In a competitive market today, brands, including ours, must strive to stay ahead of the curve. Companies and brands, no matter how new or established, cannot just rely on the strength of their legacy or branding to move forward in this market. Business entities, no matter how big or small, need to strive to stay relevant in whatever industry they're in. Managing a brand in the digital age is about staying relevant while keeping to your principles and what you stand for. This entails having the ability to communicate accurately, effectively, and most importantly, within the accepted time frame. Having the right stand or clarification will be rendered meaningless if the issue being addressed is no longer the talk of the hour. Interest has shifted, and most notably, opinion or even perception has already been formed. The media has been the platform which is effectively the connector of source and recipient. And unlike others, the media carries the voice of the recipients as well as experts and stakeholders. The media has played the vital role of providing the 360 view from the time of inception. By and large, we are the experts of go-between, a go-between which mirrors the intention of the source but reflects the behavior and feedback of the recipient with expert views thrown in. Why is media important? Media, especially a multi-channel one, is the platform to air or publish real-time news. It is as real-time as you can get today, especially now, as live footage or live storytelling is all the rage. Our audience get to view happenings as they unfold. It is all about the here and now. An analysis on in-depth study of an issue, an interactive banter to get the 360 view, a pensive take of an issue to remind ourselves where we were before and where we want to be, usually done via photos or videos. In today's world, reaching the targeted audience at the right time and the right way is a matter of success or failure. This event will give participants access to media and communication experts to share real-life scenarios, experiences and case studies. This will also be an eye-opener to the tools available today and how to effectively utilize them to our advantage. I'm proud to say that The Star is Malaysia's #1 English news source. We encompass the print product, the platform we started with, the e-paper, the exact replica of the print product available digitally, the Star Online, and this encompasses our M-Star and award-winning Rage platforms, Star mobile app, and video. At group level, we have Star Radio and our own OTT entity, Dim Sum Entertainment. The Star has been rated to be among the most trusted news source, a credible platform. We are data-driven. We rely on data insights for audience targeting and to gauge their viewing habits to better serve or represent them on their take on issues. We also have a brand-safe environment. We are broad-based multi-platform media, and we are transforming and aligning our organization, people, multi-product brand to IR 4.0. We were the first mainstream media to push all our print content online in 1995. That is 25 years ago. We led the way and immersed ourselves in the digital realm when it became apparent that this will be the way of the future, and we certainly did not want to be left behind. We wanted to be leaders. We decided to start riding the waves of IR 4.0 as the media has to be at the forefront of change, and we aim to be the media house to lead this. That will always be our mantra. IR 4.0 has changed the way we live, work, communicate, all aspects of our lives. We have seen it happening, affecting the shift in business models or trends. I'm the country's first chief content officer of a mainstream media. My predecessors were all group editor-in-chief. I head the content team of print, including Kuntum and NIE, the Star Online, including M-Star and Rage, social media, data journalism team, I will touch on this later, video, and our visual assets like photo and design. The CCO is much more than a title. It is a recognition set by Star Media Group as a constant reminder that we are now a lot more than our print products, that we are now fully digital as well. It shows how serious Star Media Group is in transforming ourselves into a digital player. The name change is a reminder to all of our digital journey. And in the media industry, data and analytics has become more and more important in charting the path to the future of journalism, where we focus on highlighting issues affecting the people and at the same time using analytics to gauge how deeply these articles or news of these issues resonate with our audience. This is important as the reading will prompt us to either slow down or delve deeper into these issues. These issues could be of any topic, be it news, business, crime, health, sports, fashion, culture, tech, education, even photos and videos. So in the digital age, news reporting is not a one-way street. It is not a two-way street either. With our media embracing digital transformation with open arms, news reporting is part of a superhighway. feedback and audience behavior is captured and analyzed, and this is one of the key factors we take into consideration when we focus on issues. However, I need to also point out that editorial discretion is still vital and very much valid. This is actually a bonus. It comes from years of experience, and across the board, the STAR team has been media people for a long time. We bring our wide experience in making editorial judgment on issues guided by data. Our aim has always been to inform, educate, entertain, and to spark discussion on issues. We aim to still be able to do that, to inform, educate, entertain, and engage with our viewers in the digital world, to be on par with our viewers. And we need to thrive in the digital realm ourselves to be able to continue doing that. When we rolled out our Star Online 25 years ago, it was simple and bare back then. The online version of news was the exact copy of that of the print. Not anymore. When Star Media Group decided to transform into a digital-first entity, among the first steps we took was to redefine the Star Online. Unlike before, where the online version merely carried the print version of news, today the Star Online has come of age. It is a fully grown entity by itself. It has set itself apart from the print product. The Star Online is the home platform for our data visual stories. It is a new form of storytelling which has taken the world by storm. Again, the Star was among the first media in the country to immerse ourselves in it. Our data stories are visually appealing with lots of data, many of it animated or interactive, informative, and engaging. These are usually issue-based or serve as a reminder of a historical event long forgotten. And since we are broad-based media, we dip into our own resources and assets. Our own reports, photographs, and video clips are generously used for this purpose, and we are able to do this properly. These wonderful stories sit under Star Plus in our web portal. We now aim to bring our news stories online, but ensure that our print product serves as an important platform to analyze, debate, and review issues. As part of our journey to be digital first, we set up the social media team, our data journalism team, and interactive graphics, among others. It is important to note, however, that in our quest to be digital first, our print product has not taken a back seat. If anything, print has become even more important as it takes the role of the big read. This simply means print is now the platform for curated content, where readers could choose to drown out the noise in the digital arena and delve into the editor picks of stories. This is where readers get the 360 coverage of news or issues they cannot afford to miss. Print is also the platform for in-depth analysis, where readers get to deep dive into issues after getting the instant analysis online. Also, many news reports are records worth keeping. Just like your favorite book or precious photograph, the newspaper allows you to do that. To chart our journey into the future, digital or otherwise, we hold true to our editorial policy of being the media to inform, educate, entertain, and to spark discussion to ensure our audience make informed decisions. We strive for moderation in our reporting, to have integrity, combating fake news for public interest, have fair and balanced, impartial news by airing not just the views of the source, but recipients as well, to be the liaison to connect the government and the people, to carry out social and CSR responsibility, to be the voice of the people in line with our tagline, The People's Paper, to reflect what Malaysia is all about. Star Media Group is a media group with products across platforms, and we are transforming with a good level of success to IR 4.0. it is not without challenges, of course. We have mindset challenges, deadline issues, real-time versus in-depth take on issues, platform straddling. In summary, even a brand as established as ours had to change, and change fast. We are not just a media group which has the tools and expertise to change with others on managing this aspect, but this is to stress that we have gone through the process of change ourselves, so we understand the effort needed to harness the best that IR 4.0 has to offer. IR 4.0 amplifies fake news, misinformation, and disinformation at lightning speed. The fundamentals of what we do, which is to provide accurate, informative stories, has become important now, ironically, because of technology. We not only have to get quality content out, but we have to make sure that it's done before some unverified news goes viral. At a time when the country, and indeed the world, is battling COVID-19, fighting fake news has become an even greater responsibility for us. As of May, 265 investigation papers on fake news have been opened, with 178 cases still being investigated. What this means is that we have to work even harder to maintain the quality and standard of journalism and to prevent paranoia and panic from setting in. When videos and messages go viral, it is our job to make sure these are legit in the first place. Many times they aren't. But while digital technology gives way to fake news, it also provides very powerful tools at our disposal. Topic-based content is the core of our strategy. This simply means that we are focused on topics that are important and of interest to our audience. While trending topics are the gauge of what matters, this does not mean they will definitely get covered. Content decisions, as I said earlier, are data-informed with editorial judgment featuring prominently. Social media, like data analytics, is a crucial tool for us, thanks to the high volume of engagement and interaction on platforms like FB, IG, and Twitter. However, this may not always be the case, so we are keeping close tabs on new tools and new ways of reaching out to Malaysians, because effective communication is the essence of what we do. Because social media is currently the most popular platform to spread fake news, we have a dedicated team that focuses solely on it. Brand reputation in the digital age. Fake news, however, is not limited to politics or breaking news. Brands and companies are not spared. Business is an important topic for us, and we have seen many companies make the mistake of shying away from the media when facing an issue. The only thing worse than avoiding the media in times of crisis is giving a no-comment response. Do engage with the media. The only way to combat fake news is to get your side of the story heard, and fast. At a time when negative news can be shared in a matter of seconds, crisis management is effective only when it is fast. Today, the role of the media in relation to its clients has extended beyond brand building to brand management. Managing brands in good times is easy because it's business as usual. But with global competition, information overload, and changing consumer patterns in a challenging economic climate with a pandemic to boot, is a whole different game together. The role of the media is no longer just about producing content. It is about providing solutions based on our expertise in communications and our insights from data analytics to impact social behavior. There is no one-size-fits-all solution. You cannot just rely on one platform or one strategy to thrive in IR 4.0. Effective brand management in the digital age is about having data-driven foresight, communication expertise, and the platform to get your message heard. The role of media has become more important, not just to provide accurate, quality, and balanced content in multiple platforms, but to have a 360 view which mirrors social behavior. Thank you.
Hi guys, so sorry for the technical interruption, but I hope you guys use that as an opportunity to digest what Esther said in her speech, because a lot of it was really amazing, learning about how companies and media companies in particular have to adapt in the era of IR 4.0 and 3.0 and 1.0. You know, Esther has seen it all and she has steered the ship well. But talking about all of this IR and PR comms, you also have to think about the big engines of the internet, right? The big tech companies of the internet. So firstly, I would like to thank you, Esther, so much for her opening keynote, and it was an amazing honor. But we also have another speaker here today, and he is one of the representatives from our platinum partner, Google. And he is the country head of Google Malaysia and was one of the first amongst Malaysians to be hired for Google when it started operations in the country in 2011. Unfortunately, he could not be here today due to family obligations, but do not despair. He was so excited that he sent over a recording of his address. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'm introducing you to Mark Wu.
Very good morning, everyone. Selamat pagi semua. My name is Mark, and I'm the country head of Google Malaysia. First and foremost, I want to extend my warmest thanks and appreciation to the event organizers, the Star Media Group, for hosting PRCom 4.0 and having us, Google, be very much part of today. So thank you very much. And I want to start off by saying that Google is committed to support journalism and the news ecosystem. A statement from me just probably won't do much, but throughout this next 10 minutes, I'll highlight some examples, initiative, financial aid funds, right, and features that illustrates that we are committed to support the journalism and the news ecosystem. Now, every time someone searches on Google, there are thousands, if not millions, of web pages with helpful information. And when Malaysians look for news, the pages, videos they find can be from large news publishers or specialty digital outlets. And our job at Google is to be helpful and sort through those and connect people with the most relevant pieces of information. But at the same time, we recognize that the internet has changed the way people find and access information, and that publishers are facing challenging business environments as a result. And all that matters deeply to us. And all that matters deeply to Google. That's why a few years ago, in March 2018, we launched the Google News Initiative, or GNI. It's a flagship global program to help journalism thrive in the digital age. And since that day, we've worked closely with industry players to address key challenges in digital skills and publisher revenue. I'll give you 3 examples. Number 1, we launched news consumer insights to help publishers identify metrics that matter to their businesses, and most importantly, turn them into actionable insights to grow their revenue goals. And number 2, we expanded this approach with real-time content insights to help journalists make data-driven editorial decisions. Number 3, and last one, we introduced news tagging guide to help publishers hone in even further on identifying engagement metrics. Thousands of news organizations across 130 countries are benefiting from this, and they've seen increased reader loyalty and profitability from using these tools. And on the topic of transparency, especially on Google Ad Manager and display ads, we have simplified how advertising revenue is managed, and we've increased transparency for everyone in the ecosystem by moving Google Ad Manager to a first price auction, as well as continuously sharing the steps that we're taking to ensure transparency, choice, and control in advertising. We've also invested in our defenses against ad fraud in several ways, which includes better identification of policy violating behavior at the account level and new tools for managing and controlling ads display. And on funding, on financial aid to the industry, we recently launched the Journalism Emergency Relief Fund to deliver financial aid to thousands of news publishers globally. And these news publishers are impacted by COVID-19. So this funding was open to publishers who are affected by the pandemic and are producing original news for local communities during this time of crisis. And the amount of disbursement, the disbursement amount ranges from the low thousands US dollars for small hyper-local newsrooms to tens of thousands of dollars for larger newsrooms. And in Asia alone, we had over 2,000 applications, and we are currently supporting more than 800 new organizations with the Journalism Emergency Relief Fund. And on the topic of innovation and pivoting to the digital age, in Asia, we saw the second installment of the Google News Initiative Innovation Challenge. It focuses on ways to increase reader engagement, which ultimately leads to greater loyalty and willingness to pay for content. And out of the 250 strong submissions we received across multiple topics like user-generated content, UGC, community management, fact-checking, and the use of machine learning to tackle business challenges, we had 18 of those 250 submissions selected to take their ideas forward. And we recently took another step forward by announcing Pay for Curation, a new licensing program to pay publishers for premium high-quality content for brand new news experience that we'll be launching later this year. It's still early days, we'll only be launching in several countries across the world. We don't have all the information lined up at the moment, but our commitment to work with the news industry and journalism profession is resolute. And lastly, on fake news, disinformation, misinformation, and authoritative information, on YouTube, we have introduced the breaking news and top news shelves, developing news information panels, and all this was launched within the last 6 months with the intention to make sure that the users on our platforms are exposed to news content from legit and authoritative sources. And apart from that, Google News, we have launched the full coverage function where readers can access a non-personalized, in-depth view of a particular news cycle. And information panels on YouTube now have topical context and publisher context. So these are just some of the mechanisms we have developed to provide more context and more utility to users by connecting them to legit and authoritative publishers. So in closing, I hope that these commitments that Google is demonstrating signifies that the news and quality journalism is top priority for us. May sound cliche, but we know that success can only be achieved by working together. So I look forward to continuing our collaboration with the news industry to build a stronger future for journalism and the PR and communications industry. And allow me to end by wishing everyone attending the PR and Comm 4.0 a productive and highly interactive few days. And in the meantime, please be healthy, stay safe, and be well. Thank you. Sekian. Terima kasih.
Thank you, Mark, for this special address. And if any of you have noticed, I really like the cheeky YouTube t-shirt that he had on. You know, it's a very nice wink and nod to how Google climbed up the ladder to become one of the biggest tech companies of today. We've heard from, Esther, who's amazing, and we've heard from Mark, who's amazing. But ladies and gentlemen, it's just getting started. So if you could stay with me just for a little while, we have a special treat for you towards the end of this session. Okay, moving on. Now, I've told you before that PR Comm 4.0 will take on really, really hot and spicy topics. When the team first put their thoughts into curating this program, there was one key question or objective we wanted to address and achieve. Communication and brand reputation management are one of the most conventional by default practice of any setting, situation, as well as organization or business background. Everyone is talking about it and championing it, teaching us to write and communicate appropriately. But how and where can we or who can share any updated perspectives and actually practical insights that are relevant in the current setting? This was the question that we asked ourselves, and in the next few days, you will see the fruit of our brainstorming session, and it's really a wonderful powwow lineup in store. So like in the morning session for tomorrow, which is the day 2, we will first share about the new role that press release plays these days in an era of fake news and paid media stories. Then we want to address the good old issue of transparency in today's crisis communication against the convenience of internet access and bring your own device practices. The morning session will end with a panel of senior journalism masters who will deliberate the stand of journalists as communication gatekeepers in a post-truth era, where there is a fine line between what is true and what's not is barely visible. And tomorrow afternoon, we're going to be talking about digital hype. Social media used to be the talk of the town, but is that even enough when everyone is also saturating the social media space? What else can we do more effectively in terms of social engagement? We're going to also be talking about data analytics, which is a key propelling brand communication and reputation tool. So, how much and in which areas can data actually help us? And wrapping up Day 2 program is an industry panel with a few senior communications practitioners who will discuss the usual tension in juggling between senior management, customers, society, and the law. And the fun does not stop there. On the third day, we will think about the situation. Imagine this in your head, right? Today, a spokesperson gets caught off guard at the most unforeseen circumstances that one can ever predict. And we want you to stay updated with the ever-evolving media landscape. Get an overview of the media industry today so you won't get caught off guard. You know, learn how it functions, current demands, and maximize PR opportunities. And learn about always being on the record ready, verbally and non-verbally. Most importantly, our speakers, trainers, and industry practitioners will also spend time to address some of your questions and concerns during the live session. So remember those notes that I asked you to take earlier? Take them out now and ask away. We are so excited I am personally so excited to be able to follow you on this journey in the next 2-3 days. And what about you? Are you excited more about the topics on the second day or the third day, or maybe both? And if you are, we have a very special treat, right? If you're watching this on live and you have not signed up for Day 2 or Day 3, if you sign up by the end of today, you will get an all-access pass to both days with only 88 ringgit, at only 88 ringgit. All you need to do is scan the QR code on the top right of your screen that has been there the whole time, or you can go to bit.ly/starprcomm, which is bit.ly/star, STARPRCOMM. Or you can email us at events@thestar.com.my for assistance. And don't forget to get your promotion, type in the promo code LUCKY4U, that is LUCKY4 and then a U. Or on the top left of the ticket, so enter the promo code LUCKY4U on the top left of the ticket selection page to enjoy this special rate just for you. So, Day 2 and Day 3 are only by exclusive access on WebEx. While I've enjoyed a lot talking to you and talking to everybody, unfortunately the second and third days are going to be closed off, but if you sign up now, it's only going to be 88 bucks, so that's value for your money. And it's not too late to do that. Please also share this with your friends, your peers, your colleagues, your bosses, and your friends, anybody that you think could benefit from this webinar. I'm signing out now, but this page will stay live for the next 10 minutes. And I thank you, and hopefully I will see you and some fresh faces tomorrow.